something that I'm struck. Things you can digestive system. Hi, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's really been a hot minute since I filmed anything. I've been really busy with launching my blog, and I've been back home on a vacation, so I was just focusing on my family. But I'm really excited to be back on YouTube and to be filming yet again another video. And today's topic is something that I've struggled with in the past myself, and something that I continuously sometimes struggle with, because my job, the way I earn my coin, entails traveling, and I do have to travel to earn my money basically, and I have to wake up at different times, I have to go to sleep at different times, I wake up in different time zones, and so on and so on and so on. So today's topic is basically sleep, and how can you rest better, and how can you sleep better, and how to basically sleep like a baby. And these days, these past couple of months, I've really been the queen of sleep. I don't have any problem sleeping. I don't have any problem with waking up in the middle of the night and just not being able to sleep, let's say, and just feeling tired but not being able to sleep, because that happens to a lot of people as well. And I think that's because I've been really focusing on the key pieces to my sleep puzzle. And I know that this is very important, not only for people who travel, but to just a lot of people in general, because I know that there are so many people that I know about, that I know of, that have trouble getting those 8 hours in, although they do feel tired. Some people struggle with waking up in the middle of the night 5 times. And it really takes a toll on your health. It really takes a toll on how productive you are. And I just wanted to basically share the tips and tricks on what has helped me personally get those 8 hours or even more of sleep into my schedule. So number one, and this is going to be the most important tip throughout this whole entire video, is to switch off all of your electronics at least 30 minutes before bed. This is super important, and I know that you've probably heard this somewhere. I've heard this somewhere in the past, but I didn't think about it twice. But then once I actually tried doing it, I could really feel the difference between how I fall asleep and how I actually sleep throughout the entire night when I fall asleep, let's say, using my laptop, like watching a movie, or when I actually switch it all off, go to sleep after like 1 hour or at least 30 minutes, and then wake up refreshed. And it's not that hard. I know it sounds more difficult because nowadays we live in the world where, you know, internet is something that is just there. It's part of our lives, and we use it all the time, and we use it in the evenings to catch up on things, catch up with our friends, watch something, relax, unwind, and whatnot. But you can really just leave some of your chores for like before the bedtime time. Do some dishes, walk your dog, stretch, meditate, read a book. That's what I do. Before bed is kind of the time when I get in my book time, basically. And I swear to God, like if you will do like, you know, dishes, the dog, stretching, meditation, reading, or even like just a few of those, you will spend more than 30 minutes doing those things. So it seems like it's a lot, but it's not really that much. It's just half an hour at least. I feel like 1 hour is perfect if you can do it, but baby steps, you know. And the reason why it affects us so much is because that blue light stops the production of melatonin, and melatonin basically makes us sleepy. So if you stop that production, if you stop the production of melatonin, you are stopping your body from becoming drowsy, sleepy, ready for bed. Your body kind of starts relaxing, and you're just stopping that. So when you go to bed, when you actually switch everything off and you're like, okay, I'm going to sleep, and you close your eyes, you can really feel like, you know, I cannot really fall asleep. You just keep on tossing and turning, and that may be one of the reasons why it happens to you if you do use your phone before bedtime, or you do use your laptop before bedtime. Not to mention that getting your work done, catching up on your work, or just having your TV you know, in the background, it really just creates a lot of noise in our heads. And I just feel like that's not something that you want to have before your bedtime. I feel like that's the time when you're supposed to relax and kind of tell your body, okay, we're about to go to sleep, so let's like start preparing. My second tip, which is also super duper important, I feel like it may go hand in hand with the first thing about the electronics, but the electronics, I feel like it's a little bit more important. I don't know, but to me personally, they're both super important. And it's not eating at least or around 4 hours before bed. I know, and I have a lot of friends that have trouble going to sleep on an empty stomach. However, again, I'm going to repeat myself, baby steps. You can try half an hour, then an hour, 2 hours, and so on. And I feel like the reason why it's so important is because if you're going to sleep and it's your bedtime and your body is supposed to rest, your digestive system is supposed to rest as well. What happens when you go to sleep with a full tummy? Essentially, your digestive system keeps on using the energy that you're trying to get from your sleep. So essentially, it's like being on charge, like charging your phone, but using it at the same time, essentially. Not to mention that your digestion does slow down when you sleep. So it's way more difficult for your digestion to digest food whilst you sleep. Now, I am one of those people who, if I eat before bedtime, I will have nightmares, like for sure. My mom is the same, and I know that there are so many people around the world that are the same. It's either nightmares or, I don't know, sweating or waking up in the middle of the night. Many different symptoms. However, usually people do feel better when they go to sleep on an empty stomach. You do have to train yourself, but it is possible, and that is really healthy. Not to mention that if you do not eat before bedtime, that is a perfect way to lose a bit of extra weight if that is your goal, and it's one of the healthy ways to do it. Now, my third tip, and this tip is for those who really have hard time falling asleep when they need to. Meditate before your bedtime. It's very important, and it's really helpful because meditation helps you basically enter from beta brainwaves to alpha brainwaves. Beta brainwaves are basically the active ones. We are in beta brainwaves when we think, when we work. However, meditation kind of slows down everything in your body and you enter the alpha state, basically. I would call it that way. And alpha brainwaves are the restful brainwaves. These are the brainwaves, oh my god, that we usually have going on when we meditate for a long time, when we get into our bed and we're kind of starting to put away all our thoughts. That's how I would say. And essentially what you're doing when you are meditating before bedtime is you're building a bridge for your mind to then enter theta brainwaves more easily. So basically, when you're active, you're in beta brainwaves, then meditation gives you alpha brainwaves, which are the restful brainwaves. And then it's easier for you to enter the theta brainwaves, which are the drowsy brainwaves. Those are the brainwaves that you could experience when you're basically falling asleep. And then delta brainwaves are associated with deep sleep. So what you're doing with meditation is you're building a bridge for your mind to enter theta brainwaves. And meditation is gonna basically be that bridge to go from beta to theta easier and in a more natural, relaxing way, rather than you tossing and turning in your bed. Now, number 4, and this is gonna be number 4, I'm showing number 4. Is a very cliche one, but it's pick up a workout routine, and it doesn't have to be something super sweaty at the gym. You can just choose to do some light yoga, some light beginner yoga, maybe some running, or even walking a dog for like a longer period of time throughout your day. Just keep on moving. What it does is basically working out and keeping yourself active physically. It reduces stress and it makes you tired. And basically put those two together, they equal better sleep. That's just very simple. And of course, when you work out, you get those happy hormones in, so it's a win-win situation. So having that workout routine, no matter how aggressive or how active it is really, really important. Now, number 5 is get a diffuser. And I know that I've spoken about diffusers and essential oils on my channel already. However, it's a really important step in my sleep routine, if I can call it that way. As you know, some essential oils are really good for when you're active, when you're thinking, when you're working or working out. Some essential oils are better for your chill time, when you're trying to fall asleep, or maybe when you're just trying to relax and unwind. So I swear to God, if you get a diffuser, you will see what I'm talking about. It's really calming, it's very nice, not to mention it smells very nice in your room when you turn it on. So just give it a try essential oils, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, number 6, this is my 6th tip. And it's actually pretty important, to be honest, because I used to do this all the time. And I know that some people still make this mistake, and it's make sure to drink most of your water during daytime. I know that sometimes I used to make this mistake. I would be so busy that I wouldn't drink my water throughout the work day, let's say, and then I would try to get those 2 or 3 liters in the evening, and then of course I would wake up several times throughout the night to go to the toilet. Not to mention I would wake up super puffy in my face and even in my body because of water retention. So make sure to get most of your water in during the day. And then in the evening, of course, you can have like a glass or 2 or 3, but just make sure that it's not most of your intake that you do in the evening. Number 7, again, another cliche, but it's very important. Try to stick to a schedule, especially if you're somebody who can stick to a schedule, who is able to, I mean, if you have a pretty solid routine with your work, if you do, for example, you know, 9 to 5 job, it's really important to stick to a routine. And even if you're somebody like me who travels for work, try to go to sleep at approximately the same time, ideally before 1 a.m., around 12 a.m., because anything later is just, it's kind of tricky. I'm guilty of that, but I can really feel whenever I go to sleep earlier, I can really feel the effect that it has on me when I wake up the next day. I feel more productive, I feel more energetic. So it's really important to just have some kind of routine, at least some kind of a routine, so your body would kinda know when it's supposed to sleep and when it's supposed to relax, basically. Final, and I think the cutest tip that I can give you is try going to sleep with kalimba music, or any meditative music, or any like forest sounds or whatever. But in the recent weeks, I've discovered kalimba music, and kalimba is basically an instrument, a musical instrument that is traditional to the Shona people from Zimbabwe. And I think, I'm not too sure, but I think kalimba is the modern version of mbira. I feel like that's how you pronounce it. I can be totally wrong, but I read that it's a modern version of mbira musical instrument. But the sounds that it makes is absolutely magical. And I used to always go to sleep with like meditative music on, or like sounds of nature or whatnot, but recently I haven't been able to listen to anything else other than kalimba. It really creates such a magical ambience and atmosphere and environment, and it just makes you relax, and it's one of those fairy tale sounds, and it really helps me fall asleep so much faster. So try googling kalimba. There are several videos on YouTube. They're like 3 hours or more long, so you can put that one on and just go to sleep. Just make sure to do not have the autoplay going, because you may start hearing other sounds and your phone may start showing other videos. But do try kalimba, try listening to the kalimba. It's a really magical instrument, and I really love the sound of it. It's really relaxing. So that's it from me, guys. I really hope that some of these tips, you will try it out for yourselves. I swear by these tips. This is something that really helps me to fall asleep, especially the first 2 ones. Actually everything, like it's just the whole box of things that I use in order to get my quality sleep in. So let me know if you like this video. Let me know if you have any tips yourself on how to fall asleep faster, how to have a more restful sleep, how to sleep like a baby. And that's it from me today, guys. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to leave a comment, or to send me a private message if you prefer. And I wish you a very nice weekend, and I just wish you all the love and light and health and magic in the world. Thank you for watching.